definitely see what's happening. I don't even know what the heck that is. That looks like bar oil coming through somewheres, or old fuel. I don't know where that's coming from. It could be a leak in the fuel line, but it's erratic like crazy, as you just saw. I think we'll pull the carburetor and see what we can find. Okay, so now that we've gotten this far, let's shut this up. There we go. Now, because we've gotten this far, somebody's got a weird fuel, pardon me, a choke lever, which doesn't matter. That's fine. It can stay like that. But we're going in here. We're going in. We're going to check the diaphragm. Actually, that wasn't even on there. These are loose. This thing was sucking air through the carburetor. These are just spinning off, friends. That one was snug. It's the only one that was snug. So what I'm doing now is I'm going in and I'm checking the subtlety of the diaphragm, friends. Let's get all this out of here. I learned all this stuff by myself, friends. Okay, this doesn't look terrible. Right? That's the diaphragm side. That's the rest of it, the pump side. Okay, we're going to go in here and we're going to have a look. I've got a kit for this thing, but I don't think we need it. Let's see. Let's pull this off. No, we don't. This thing's fine. Look at it. It's totally supple. No, this thing's fine. There's nothing wrong with this carburetor. Look at. It's supple. Completely supple. I'm not even going in there. I'm putting that back on. I may as well clean it while I'm in it, though. Let's clean it. This is completely fine. Let's pull this diaphragm off. It feels like butter, which is what they're supposed to do. Actually, wow. Look at that. Look at this, friends. Peel that off. Out it comes. Ooh, that's quite a bit of, look at that. That's up there's a ways. That is up a little bit too high. I'm going to straighten that out maybe a bit. That's up there. But this diaphragm, there is zero wrong with that diaphragm. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about a level here. Let me see if I can get you guys in on this. You know what I have to do, friends? I have to move, well, just, let's see if we can get it like this. See this level? This guy? It's a little high, see it? It's not terrible, but that's high. That should be level. And it's up high. Now, there's a couple ways you can do that. I almost feel like I should leave this. But if I push down on that, push down on the needle and give that a little bend like that, like I just done. There. Okay. See this? It's level. It's very level. If you want to bend it, you can bend it a bit. But I'm going to leave it like that. Now, but because we're in here, I'm going to pop the top off it. Let's look at the pump side real quick. Take these off. We haven't done one of these videos in a long time, friends. Oh, I'm having so much fun. Daniel's turn. I do enjoy this style of video. Okay, let's go in here and see. Yeah, no, this thing's solid, man. This thing's solid. Little bit of dirt. Now, friends, honestly, it's so clean. Like, I'm going to give it a little of this, and I'm going to go for it. Those are bolt holes. Put her through the pump hole, shoot through the jet hole, through your low jet. That should... Okay, what's going on here? Oh, that's interesting. Well, that might help. Yep, that's working deadly. See how fast this can happen, friends? Now, make sure when you put this freaking diaphragm back on, see that little clip there? See that little clip? That clip has to go right inside there, like this. Shaklank, there it goes, it's in. And how you tell is you grab the diaphragm, like this, and you pull on it. See? There it is, it's in there. See? That little metal plate has to hook into that carburetor, or you're not going nowheres. And you can think you're in, and then put it on, and you're not in. I've got a better feeling about this saw. This looks like we weren't even getting pulse, which actually makes no sense to me whatsoever. Now, the piston's not scored. I'm looking at it. There's some marks on it. Nothing terrible. Nothing Mac can't handle. Just a little bit of place for some two-stroke oil to get into. It's actually in good shape, friends, the saw. Okay, we're back. This thing was really wrong, friends. Someone had done something terribly wrong to it, okay? Now, I've got the jet set. I pulled them out. I cleaned the whole carb. You guys saw that. Now, I want you to look at this when you're doing this stuff. Here, let me get over a little bit so I can see too. Okay, see this here? The idle? Okay? Now, when you're setting up a saw, do not have that idle cranked. It's not even on it yet. Watch. There it is. Did you see that? It just moved the idle, which should give it fuel. So I'm going to give it, that's it. Did you see that? It literally just moved the throttle. That's all it does. I'm leaving it there. We've got the gasket on right. Friends, I got to be honest. I really don't know. See it there? Right there, friends? That little guy. Just touching. 1 1/4 on the low. 1 1/4 on the low. This thing was bonkers. It was all over the map. Who knows what's going to happen here now? But I am going to fire it. It's all back together. It's clean. I almost feel like priming it. Okay. So you know what that means, right? The carburetor was completely drained of fuel because I cleaned it out. But you know what, friends? This is going to sound a little crazy to you. It sounded better. I know that sounds nuts. I've done this 1,000 times over the years. I can feel when a saw and a carb is just percolating along. Does the Mac dance. It shouldn't struggle. It should just sit there and just have enough fuel to keep itself running. Not this idling up and not, it wasn't good. It was not good. So now, we're going to do this again. Prime. The slightest bit of prime. Could mean it's out of fuel, too. I sure hope not. Here we are again, friends. This thing, it's just... Here, let me dim the light. That's pretty bright for you there tonight, there. I don't want to get you all freaked out and all spicy up here. Let's see. No, that's a little better. What does this do? Just a minute, friends. Hang on. Ooh. Wait a minute. Check this out. Oh, wow. That's better. Let's turn it down. Now, we've also got this there. Sorry, friends. Yeah. Well, a whole new mess of problems just showed up. These are things that I'm filling in the blanks for you. Friends, now, they had the gasket on backwards. To me, it looked like... I'm not sure if I show it, but I think I do. The gasket has a hole in it that rides over top of the pulse hole that goes down and pumps the diaphragm. It runs on a pulse. And they had the gasket flipped over 180 degrees, and it just wasn't working. Unless my brain has gone a little cuckoo. That can happen. We saw it in the last video. Right? Hiccup. The saw is running with no low jet. It's running with the low jet completely cranked off. And I'm thinking, okay, this is wrong. This is wrong. I take the carb off 5 times. I'm not putting you through it. I won't do it. I'm not going to put you through that. That's crazy. I take it off 5 times. I change the pump side. I put a new kit. I put a new needle in it. I have a pressure tester, friends. A carb pressure tester from Donnie Walker. I test it. The needle held, right? Poof. I did all that. Let's get back to it. More problems. But it could be. That should have still been sucking fuel, so I don't like that. It was starting to sound all right. We could have issues too, friends. We could have... Okay, here's the gas line. So well, there you go. We've got no fuel filter. We've got no fuel filter on it, friends. No filter. Would you look at that? There we go. Let's put that back in there. Let's put him in there. Wonder if we got any more gas. There's not much in here, I'll tell you that. I don't think that's gonna work. It sounded like the thing was working, but then something went wrong. I sure hope it didn't suck something through the carburetor, friends. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll try it again. Did we lose a nut somewhere? Oh yeah, the starter bolt popped right out of it. Okay. Let me get these square here again. Let's take a look here. I think the low jet... Let's make sure we got, okay, low jet off, low jet half, 1 turn, 1 and a little bit, 1 and a little bit, maybe, because I changed that right there, 1. Let's go 1. High jet. High jet's off, high jet half, 3/4 maybe right there, about 1, about 1. that's not good. Totally did. Oh, friends, we had it. Okay, you're not going to believe this, but these bolts, these two bolts are loose. They backed right off. Look at. No idea. This is why I think somebody's been into this saw. And you can see that we can't really get in here because these are meant to stop those bolts from bending over, you see? So we need to get this on here, which it is not going on. This one will. Okay, this one's getting tight, but this guy is not. There we go. Get him flat. Let's make sure, let's line up these gaskets to make sure that there's no goofiness going on here. Make sure we can, okay, that's perfect actually. This was on backwards, friends. It was on backwards. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, that'll find its way. Yep. Yep. But what I might do is, okay. Okay. We're gonna snug this sucker. There we go. Now, friends, that is tight. They're tight, I'm telling you. Now we got it. Okay, that guy. And then we get this guy out of the way. And we get there. That'll stop that from that going. That one there, I'm not too worried about. I think I'll just leave it. All right. Okay. We're snug. This is getting nuts. This is crazy. Okay, well. So friends, to give proper context on something like this, people who are working on power saws or who are doing this, I can't skip through too much of this because it lets you know what's happening with the carburetor and what I'm going through as far as tuning and what it's doing and what I do to save it or salvage it or not do. Or so this is part of these kinds of videos. I'm waiting for an idle. I've got an idle, but it's still not right. This thing's running on the low jet. So I forgot how long I spent on this thing. I come back another day for this thing. I'm going to skip ahead and go to it. So it's working, but it's still kind of crazy. The low jet is turned right off. It's turned right off. It's gonna line up. It's a different carburetor. I'll bet you if I put a different carb on, we'd probably get somewheres. But I'm going to shut her down for the night. We got spark. We got it running. These are a fantastic old saw, but these ones, for some reason, I don't know. I think they were cheaper made because of this starter. I don't know. See this thing? See? High, low? It's the same as the saw right there. I've only ever seen 3 of these like this, friends. Work hard, be honest, be kind. See you on the next video. Love yous.
Yeah, right. Let's keep going.
Well, work hard, be honest, be kind. Yep. I know, right? Mm-hmm. I used to run these a lot because they were like I don't know, Macs are a special thing. They're a special thing. They had a special time. And they had a special time in my life when I ran them a lot on the channel in the beginning. I was running 1010s and 81s and 125s and then just kind of got, you know, I mean, if I was going to be doing the work, why would I suffer? Because you kind of, these are pleasure. They're not work saws. Yes, they get the work done. That's not what I'm saying. But they are a lot of work themselves. Work running them is. But this one, I think Bellhop reported. I think. I'm not sure.
Well, friends, McCullochs are part of my history. They're part of my story. I went deep into them fairly in the beginning of the channel, but I ran them. It's what I could afford, friends. Like I have other ones that we got that day, that other little topping saw. Friends, believe it or not, when I decided to live, basically, and put away substances and got a hold of a power saw, it was a Mac. It was a Mac. It was a Mac and a Poulin. And then I got onto a 266 and had Donnie fix it up. And but the Mac, the 110, I have it still. Donnie fixed it. Bless his soul. It meant a lot to me and he knew it. But I ran a 30-inch bar on that Mac cutting firewood, friends. There's pictures of me in my shorts and sneakers running that Mac. That Pro Mac. Actually, it was a 110. It was a McCulloch 110. And I have it hanging in the bunker. And it's a special, special saw. And I ran it. And I cut firewood and sold firewood with it. And then I got a Poulin. And yeah, what a crazy thing. But anyways, the Macs are special. And I didn't know anything about any saws or I didn't know how to fix them. So that's why I was up at Donnie's all the time, the Walker Saw Shop. Hey, what's up? They look at me, and think, he's a nice guy and all that, but he's got no money. He's got no, you know, I'd go buy a file and I'd come to him with a problem. And you know what? They fixed it. They helped me. The Walkers helped me. And I'll tell you why they did. Because I never butted in. I never said, hey, I need this now. I was just humble. And I said, hey, do you think, is there any, you know, have any time to have a look at this? I need a file and I need a flat file. And they just helped me. I don't know what to say. They just helped me. So, I love power saws. This Mac, I run it, friends. That'll be the next video. I run it, and it is a bear. It's not strong. I probably will see if I can get it running better than it is now. It's spewing oil. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You tip it over, and the oil just spews out of it. It's coming out from the oiler inside where it's got the rod pushing through to push oil. I showed it in the video, squirt, squirt. It works. But for some reason, when you fire it and run it, that something happens and it doesn't, you'll see. But it cuts a tree down and bucks up some firewood, and you're going to see that, and it's a blast. And I run bellhopper saw, that other one I showed today too. So, or I don't know if I showed it. Anyways, friends, thank you so much for watching this stuff. Work hard, be honest, and be kind, friends. And I will catch you on the next video. I'll see you then.